Ever feel like you're about to snap, but still holding everything and everyone together? You care too much, you sense too much, you carry more than anyone knows. And lately, you're wondering if your relationships are crumbling or if you are. Well, here's the truth. It might not be your mindset, it could be your hormones. Estrogen isn't just about periods or pregnancy. It's the hormone that makes us emotionally attuned, hyper responsible, and endlessly available. It fuels the helicopter mom instinct. This is not a flaw, but a biological drive to anticipate, nurture, and protect those around us. Often labelled as a feminine hormone, estrogen has a profound effect on the brain and how we relate to those around us. And in the fertile years, it encourages nurturing, responsiveness, and even hypervigilance. And this is not a personal failing, it's a survival mechanism wired into us to care, provide, and keep everyone else safe. Estrogen helps you feel connected and sometimes overly responsible. It can heighten anxiety, lower mood, and can leave you feeling teary, overwhelmed, and utterly depleted, especially when it surges and crashes, like before your period, after childbirth, or during perimenopause. And perimenopause starts earlier than most people think. For many burnt out women, especially those who have raised multiple children or lived under prolonged stress, perimenopause can begin in your mid-30s, not your late 40s. It's a decade-long transition before the period stops, and it often shows up first in our relationships and how we react and how we connect and how much we've got left to give. It's no coincidence that so many breakups and divorces happen in midlife or right after giving birth to children when women are hormonally depleted and emotionally running on empty. And when estrogen begins to wane, whether it's through chronic stress or coming off hormonal contraception or in late perimenopause, often for so many women, early 40s, after a hysterectomy or taking estrogen suppressing drugs, we often talk about the physical symptoms, but what's less discussed is the shift in personality. That caretaking, outward focused energy begins to fade and the noise of other people's needs grows quieter. And in its place, a new energy rises, one that turns inwards. I'm a really strong advocate for supporting hormones across the lifespan with phytoestrogens or transdermal bioidentical hormone therapy where appropriate. But not all women can or want to take this path. And even with support of estrogen levels, in perimenopause and beyond, typically they will never return to youthful highs, which means your personality and capacity for constant emotional caregiving will shift. And it should. You've done your work, you've raised your children, you've held your community, you've tended to everybody else's needs. Now it's time to tend to you. Your dreams, your desires, your creativity, your sensuality, they start to re-emerge, not in service of others, but for yourself. Hormonal imbalances can, yes, be deeply distressing, and there can be depression, anxiety, and rage, and they do deserve both mental and physiological support. So let's be clear that this is not a permission slip to spiral into emotional chaos or bulldoze those around you. No, there is so much we can do to ease this transition, and every woman deserves that support. What I'm saying is there is a natural, biological, and necessary pulling away that happens in perimenopause. And this shift will affect close relationships, especially if that woman once had high expressive estrogen levels. Her entire personality may seem completely different. And for many women, they will feel judged when this happens, especially under the lingering shadow of the patriarch or Catholic ideals that define a good woman as self-sacrificing, always available, endlessly giving. But research and real life experience shows us that this isn't the environment where children or teens thrive. So if this is you or someone you love, Pause before judging. Notice the old mental script that says a woman must always serve to be good, and instead ask what's happening for her biologically. What if she's not falling apart, but recalibrating? We're all living in skin suits that are shaped daily by endogenous chemicals, and the hormones that our body produces sway our energy, our emotions, our attention. We deserve compassion from ourselves and from others. From the hormone that once whispered, "Are they okay?" to the one now quietly asking, "What else is calling me?" towards wonder, awe, and a deeper becoming. You are not broken. Your outward focus is failing. It's simply and beautifully turning inwards. This shift is not selfish. It is biological. It is necessary, and it's time.